Okay. So, welcome everybody. Welcome to our sixth class. So, we're officially more than halfway done with everything. And I just want to congratulate you guys first and foremost for making it this far. Chess is not easy, but if you guys, keep persevering, I believe that you guys can one day become really good at it too. Okay. That out of the way, let's start. So we'll start off by going over the homework. Um, it was same as usual. I left six problems, and yeah, let me just set them up. So problem one looked like this, and in general, the homeworks will be about like the topics that we cover in class. Not always, but most of the time. And yeah, okay. So here's the problem. What do you guys think is the best move here? Or what'd you get on the homework? So what do you guys think is the move here for white? There's a lot of good moves, but there's one that's better than the rest. I'll leave it at that.
Sorry. Hello, Vincent. Sorry.
Hello?
With sound, so but I guess we are trying to solve the sound issue. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you,
Yeah,
Don.
so we are
Is my
quite
microphone
important.
quiet?
Okay.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better now. It's better now.
Okay, can you hear me or do you need like more adjustment?
Sorry?
Can you hear me right now?
Yes, yes, I can. We can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, let me turn off my background. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so this is the first problem of the homework, and there's actually a lot of ways to win here, or actually two. So yeah, let's take a shot at it. There's two good moves. Let me know if you guys like can't see my screen or can't hear me, okay? Okay. Yeah, in the interest of time, I'll tell you guys the answer. This one's kind of hard. So we'll notice that, first of all, these two bishops at the back are kind of controlling a lot of black squares. And if we move this rook away, we see that we can deliver a check with both of them, except in one case where the queen can actually block us. So there's two ways to stop the queen from blocking us. Number one is to deliver double check checkmate by putting the rook onto g8. So both the rook and the bishop are checking, and this rook is supported by the other bishop, which means black has to move his king, but his king can't move, so it's checkmate. The other one is slightly fancier, where you can block the queen's path and deliver checkmate at the same time. So you stop the queen from being able to block. This is black's only move. When you stop him from being able to block, that's when you can do checkmate. Okay, this one was kind of hard. I think the next one is also a bit hard, but the rest are pretty easy. Yeah, okay. So, and then we had this one. Okay, again, white to move. See if you guys can find it. Guys? Bishop to where? RG8? Um, this is RG8. I think that's we're it's white to move right now. Okay, yeah, I think I heard it. Bishop to B6 is the correct move. Good job. Because what this um okay, what this does is it delivers double checkmate again like the last puzzle where both the rook and the bishop are attacking black's king, but black's king can no longer move. So this is double checkmate. And unfortunately black is lost in, or fortunately, I guess, black is lost in this position. Okay, let's go to some slightly easier problems. Yeah. Okay, good job on the last problem. Sorry, could you guys say it slightly louder? Because I think you got it right. Yeah, good job. So what bxb6 does is Okay, what happens if I take back on b6? What would you play here? Rook to where? I think I heard it somewhere. Bishop to c4.
Yes.
All right. Bishop c4, good job. It's a pin. You see the pin onto the queen and the king. Now suddenly, black's pieces can't move. This queen can't move away on this turn, so I get to take it next turn. Good job, good job. Okay. Next puzzle. Almost done. Okay, what now? This one's a bit hard.
Shut up.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Rook to where?
Sorry?
Sorry, what was the move? Yeah. Oh, shoot. What happened? Okay, what was the move? I think you got it. This? I'm not sure because the sound's kind of low from your side. Let me see if I can turn microphones up. Okay, I think I heard it. It's this. Yeah, yeah, I hear it now. Yeah, good job. Rook f8. What Rook f8 does is you see this next move, you have knight e7, forks the king and the queen. But the issue is this rook is currently defending it. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna lure like this rook away, takes, and then you deliver this check with your knight. And then yeah, and then you can win the queen. And you'll be up 2 pieces for the rook, and black has weaker pawns, which basically guarantees you the win in this scenario. Okay. Let's see. Next position. Let me know if you guys solve it before I finish setting up. Okay. What's the move here?
RxB6.
Okay, Rx b6, and the queen takes back. Then you have
QXG7.
yeah, QXG7 is checkmate. Yeah, good job. Bishop supports the queen, and this is checkmate. I think, yeah. You have one last problem, which is this one. This one.
QC8.
Oh, QC8, yeah. And
QD8.
QD8 and then QD8. Either way works. Actually, this puzzle was meant to have something here. It was wrong on the thing, unfortunately. But what would you guys do if the position looked instead like this? Yeah. Same idea, but a bit more complicated now. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Queen f5, take, and then you have rook d8, back rank checkmate. Okay, I think you guys got the hang of it. And yeah, those are all the basic puzzles. Those are all the basic puzzles that I want to teach you guys. So, yeah, so forks, pins, skewers, discovery attacks, and this overloading, removing the defender type puzzle. That's basically like all the basic puzzles you'll need to like be good at chess essentially. But if you ever want to learn more, you can always go to these puzzles or these lessons on chess.com, and they have very good like categories of puzzles. I'm like in guest mode, but if you log in, there'll be like a place where you can choose what puzzles you get. Okay? So yeah. So now we learned how to finish off a game with like checkmates, and like we also learned like piece movements, and we learned notation and tactics. But now we're gonna move to, now that we like have more pieces and have a lot of material, how do we win the game? Today we're gonna talk about end games. So yeah, end games are like, you have so many pieces at the start, right? But end games you might only have like these pieces left versus like black's this. And your goal is to convert these 2 extra pawns into a win. Of course, not right now. We'll get to that later. Let's start off with checkmates, which are basically like patterns. So you go from, you used a tactic to go up a queen from your opponents. Now your goal is to use that queen to win the game, because there's like this step in the middle, right? You can't just have another piece and your opponent like will just give up. Sometimes they might play on, and you need to know what to do. So I'm not sure how this is gonna go based on like the audio, but I'm gonna give a demonstration of how to win up a queen. So listen carefully. So we'll start off with the black king in the center, and we'll do it this way. So white will play queen e2. And my goal is to always maintain this like kind of this knight moves distance away, since when that happens, my queen controls these squares. So this like just stops allowing black to, advance on me. And my goal is to shrink these borders until eventually he reaches the corner and I put my queen here. And you'll see what this does, it confines black to these two squares, in which case then I just march my king up and then stick the queen in his face. Okay? Let's show how to do that. So what I'm gonna do is queen e2, again, maintain this knight moves, and then he'll probably, let's say he backs off, I'll press forward. Now what if he like tries to do this? We're gonna cut off more of his position. Again, maintain the knight's distance. See, we're still at a knight's distance away. Let's say he keeps going. We'll follow him again. And then say he goes here. And then now we can like, we can again maintain the knight's distance still. And then he goes here. And then we still maintain the knight's distance. And then his king goes into the corner. In this case, this is his only move. His king goes in the corner. But here you have to be careful, okay? When his king is in the corner, do not follow him with the queen. Okay, if you play this is a problem. You see, his king has no more moves to make, but he's not in check. So this is stalemate. This is bad. Yeah, because you're up a queen, completely winning, made in like 5. You don't want to stalemate your opponent accidentally. That would be very unfortunate. Okay, so instead, when his king reaches the corner, leave your queen on this square. You see, it's kind of like a knight +1. And walk your king to this square. Do not put your king on C1, or like if the position looked like this, do not put your king here. If the position looks like this, do not put the king here. Essentially, do not control either of these two squares, okay? Because if you do, this is stalemate. You're controlling all of black's squares but not delivering check. So if the position looks like this, you're gonna walk your king around your queen to this square. All right, let's just show it quickly. And then when you have the chance, you put the queen in front of the king, and this is checkmate. I'll show it one more time in a different position. Let's say you start off like this, slightly different. You maintain the knight's distance. He goes back. You keep maintaining, you keep maintaining, you keep maintaining, you keep maintaining, and then you slowly force him into the corner. And then here, you do not go to b6. This is the one move where you don't maintain the knight's distance, because then it's stalemate. And then instead, you just march your king up. You march your king to this square. And then once your king reaches this square, then you can deliver a checkmate, okay? Okay, it's your turn now. I'm gonna give you guys another random position. Let's say you started like this. So I'll have you guys play a move. Keep making moves until you checkmate me. You guys play white, I'll play black, okay? Yeah, I'll just go based on the first move I hear. This is a queen. Yeah, queen d4. Okay, good. Let's say I go here. Okay. I hear qf4. qf4 is it's okay, but I'll offer a suggestion. I'll take qf4. I'll offer a suggestion though. You want to kind of like push black back QC5 is slightly better because you can push black back, but Q4 also works. Okay, I'll take it. Let's say I go here.
Q5.
QE5. Remember, you want to stay the knight's distance away. You don't want to deliver checks because you don't want to give black choices, okay? Because if you give him a check, he has choices. So, I don't know. I only heard I think I heard E5, but if you played F5, it should be fine. Okay, QF5, let's say I go back. Q where? Sorry, one more time. QE5. E6. Okay, QE6 is fine, I guess. I have one move. I'll go here. Okay. Let's go here. QD7?
Q6.
C6? Okay, I go here.
QB5.
I think you guys have it. QB5, and then you walk your king up to B7, and then you deliver checkmate. Okay, good job. Yep. That's good. I just want to remark on a few things, and we'll do this exercise one more time, okay? When black puts his king on the back rank, you want to control the back rank. Just immediately seize the opportunity and do this, okay? Because what this does is, like, if black ever puts his piece on the back rank, you just immediately block it like this. Put your piece on the 7th rank like this. Block it. Okay? Because what you want to do is when you want to the position is like this, and when your queen is a knight's move away, black can't like back up. It can't like move here, right? So it has to stay on this file, which means it's very limited in squares. So it's very good for you to have pieces here, and you can see you can just start forcing black back into the corner and then checkmate, right? Yeah, so it works on every side of the board. Once he gets to the side of the board, just do this. And then, yeah. This is the one time I'll allow you to break the rule of like maintaining the knight move thing. And because like here I think you had like this and this. You chose this, it's okay. But this one's slightly faster because it's forced Now he's forced to go in the corner. Okay. Another thing is every time you make a move, you want to be limiting black squares. So if you make a move like queen to c3, although you are like, maintaining this knights thing, you're actually giving him more space. So you want to make sure he has less space every time. And the best way to do this is like if he plays like this, you follow him. If he plays like this, you can follow kind of like what he does. If he does like this, you follow him. And then basically you can follow him into the corner. And then once he gets into the corner, remember you take either one of these two squares. Here or here, never one of these, okay? Okay. Yeah, I think we'll do this one more time. Let's start like this time. So let's get some moves. Okay. I'll go here. Sorry, I need to turn this on. Okay, QB4 is good. Here. QD4, good, good. You're continuing to limit his space. Okay, I will go back. Okay, I'll go in the corner now. Oh, QB6 is bad. Remember? His king is in the corner, so this you don't want to follow him anymore because this is stalemate. Yeah, it's QB5. And then as you go like this, and then you checkmate him, which I think you guys can do it, like eyes closed. Okay. Okay. So, okay, I think you guys have queen down. Let's move to a slightly easier topic, which is double two rooks. And I'll explain the two rook checkmate. It works like this. So you see each rook can control one line. It's very easy. This rook is controlling this line, so I take the bottom rook, I move it up, I check him, he has to move back. I check him, he has to move back. I check him, he has to move back. You see, my rooks are always controlling two lines, and he always has to move back. And when I check him, he has to move back. Now, you see he's attacking my rook right now. So when he's attacking my rook, or when he controls the square that my rook's going to go to, I just move my rook to the other side. Okay? I have enough time. He goes here. I go like this. Right? Or if you so choose, you don't have to move the other rook. You can just go like this. It doesn't really matter though. As long as you have one rook on each file, and then whenever you check him, your other rook controls the one under him, then you'll be fine. And when he finally reaches the back rank, you just checkmate. Look, because you control both files at his king, so his king can't move anywhere. So this is called the ladder mate. And it's basically because you see the rooks kind of go in like a ladder and they go up and up and up towards the top of the board. And black can't really do anything about it. So let's do a practice problem. Let's start off like this. So how would you perform the ladder mate? RG3. Okay. And then king E4. RA4. Good job. What about king f5?
A5. R5.
RA5. RA5 is not good because you want to always want to keep this rook. Remember what I told you? If the king is controlling where this rook is going right now, just move your other one to like over here, okay? Never on the same file because then your rooks can't like hop over each other. Like one file apart like this, okay? So yeah, you go here. And then let's say I go like this. Okay, RB5. I think I heard RB5. And then king D6.
R6.
Yep, RA6. And then king C7. RH5. Yeah. And then I attack your rook. Rook G6. Okay. Last two moves. What does white play now? RH7. And finally, yeah, RG. Checkmate. And good job. So the rooks control all of black's escape squares. No more squares to move to. And this is checkmate. Okay. So yeah. So these are the two basic techniques that you need to know how to mate someone. And there's one last one. Okay. But it's gonna be quite a bit harder. And it's gonna be just like one rook. So one rook is gonna probably take up the rest of class. I'll explain how to mate with one rook. Okay, and then we're gonna do a lot of practice on this. Okay, so the principle of one rook is very similar to the principle of one queen. The rook controls a straight line and a flat line, right? Like this. I'll just draw these two. Of course, it controls on the other side, but just these two for now. And what it does is you can see here, it controls these two squares, sorry, these two lines, so black's king cannot step on it. I want to close this box. I want to make it so that the box is like this, and the black king has very little space to move. How do I do that? I move my king around my rook. If you don't know what that means, I'll show you right now. So in this scenario, it is white to move. No rook move will make the box smaller. Okay, so I'm gonna move my king. Either way works. I'll move it here. He goes back. Now I can make the box smaller. I make it smaller. He goes back even more. And then again, we do the same dance. But now he goes back. And what I do now, again, no rook move will make the box smaller. You don't never give checks. You never want to give checks in these, right? Because if you give a check, you're giving him a choice. Do I want to take the bigger box or the smaller box? And more often than not, he'll take the bigger box, which is bad for you because you just wasted all that time making the box smaller. So you want to always never let him choose which box he gets to go to. Instead, when in doubt, move your king. I move my king up. Look, now his king has to move. And let's say he moves back this time. Again, there's no move that will make this box smaller. There's no rook move, so I move my king. I move my king here. Either way works, but I just advance my king. Let's say I go here. He goes back. Now I make the box smaller. And then he goes here. And then you see here, there's no move I can make that makes the box smaller. Actually, yeah. You can go here, which does make it actually smaller a bit. Um, but alternatively, if it's like this position, similar thing in this position, you can't do this, right? So you move your king back, you just move your step back a bit, and then because now this forces him to move, and now you can shrink the box even more. So always essentially keep your king supporting your rook, and then always use your rook to slowly close this box in on black's king. And once black's king gets to like this end, let's say he goes like this, you go like this, here, here, and you see you slowly use your king and your rook to close this box in, right? Now he's stuck on the back rank, and then you go like this, here, here, here. And once you get to this position, there's two things that can happen. One, if it is black's turn, then black has to go back, and then you have mate in one. Okay. But if it's not black's, if it's white's turn, what would you guys play as white? There's a lot of moves, but you have to know the concept. RGA is not the move because you see the box is already small enough. And what you want is black's king to go here. So I want the position to be like this, right? Because then I can go here without him taking me. So how do I make it like that?
King F6.
No, but king f6 is when he goes here, now I no longer control this square, right, with my king. So his king can start running. So it's not that either. King where? KF8 is not good either because remember your king is important because it defends your rook. Black's just gonna take your rook. Okay, it's not a king move. It's not a king move. Okay, I'm not hearing the right answer. No, rook g7 isn't it either. Remember, you want to keep this box. Right. I'll give you a hint. The king contributes to the box right now. But the king doesn't contribute to this part of the box. So if I go RG5, I let him out. I think I heard it. Rook b6. Rook b6 is right. And in fact, if you moved your rook to a6, b6, c6, d6, e6, or f6, any of these moves work. I play a waiting move. I move my rook back. I'm still controlling this box. So black's king has one forced move. That's to play king h8. Now after king h8, I have rook takes a6. Sorry, rook h6 checkmate. Okay. So again, once you get into this position, specifically this position, rook a knight's jump away from the corner, and the king on the other square, and the black king here. Now black can only do this. If it is black to move, you win in two moves. Black goes back, checkmate. If it is white to move, you make a waiting move. Black goes in, checkmate. Okay? Okay. And just to reiterate one more time, when you are checkmating with rook and king, if there's no better way to shrink the box on the king, then you move your king, okay? And always make sure that your rook is supported by your king. Those are the two rules. Shrink the box and support the rook. That's it. Until you get into this position that I just showed you, then you know how to win with there. So let's start off like this. White to move.
AF.
Okay, KF3 is fine. Okay, what now? I think I heard rook e4. Yep. Okay. I'll back off now. Sorry, could you repeat that? It was kind of quiet. RF4. RF4, this doesn't shrink the box, remember? If you can't shrink the box, move your king. Okay. I think I heard it. King e3. Okay. Shrink the move your king. Okay. What if I play king e5 now? Okay, I'm hearing a lot of things. Okay, let's go over them one by one. I think I heard. Okay, okay. I heard a lot of things. Okay. So firstly, king f3 repeats the position, so that's not good. Rook g4 will you shrink the box. The box went from sorry, you want to make the box smaller, but if you play rook g4, you make the box bigger, right? Like it's like I move one wall and now it's bigger. So it's not that. It's not RG4. Remember, you never want to give him the choice. But this check, you never want to give him a choice. Again, your rook should always control this box, right? If you play rook d8, you're essentially giving him a bigger box. Okay. Remember, if there's no good rook moves, move your king. Yeah, king d3. King d3, and then now he has to back off. What if he goes here? Good job. Rook d4. Okay. What now? Yep, rook c4. Keep on shrinking the box. Okay, I go here now. No, RC5, the king will take your rook. Remember, you got to make sure your rook is defended. King d4, yeah. King d4. If you can't make a rook move, move your king. Okay, I go back now. King d5. Okay. Um, what if I go here? There's mate in 2, but I'll also accept the a bit slower way. If you guys can find mate in 2, I'll give it to you. It's not check. Only the last move is check, and that's checkmate. Okay, I hear king c5. I'll take this move for now. But if you play king c6, I have to play king a6, in which case then you can play rook a4 and deliver checkmate. So yeah, this is the mate in 2 because the king has nowhere else to go in this move. Okay, but king c5 also works. Okay, what now? It's not rook a4. I heard ra4. It's not that. Remember, make the box smaller.
Before.
Yep, rook b4. Make the box smaller. Okay. Okay, I think I heard it. Rook, there's no good rook moves right now. So you play king c4. You back off for a bit. Okay, king a6 now. rb5. Okay, good job. King a7. Okay, king a6. Yeah. Okay, king a7. Okay, rb6. And then king a6. Sorry, king a8.
RB7.
No, look, watch out for stalemate. It's you stalemated him. Remember, you want to get into the position that I showed you. King b6. Yeah, remember, rook b7. Never put the rook here in rook because it's stalemate. Okay, and then what now? This move. Sorry. Rook f6. Okay. Here? I don't know. King a8, and then you checkmate. Yeah. Okay. Remember, in this position, you make the waiting move. You bring your rook back along, like, however you're checkmating him. You bring the rook back, okay? Make sure it's still controlling the square next to the side of the king that's not like on the corner. So the other opposite square to the corner. Make sure your rook's still controlling that. And then as the king moves to the corner, you can deliver a checkmate. And that's the problem. Yeah. Good job. Okay. Um Oh, we're a little bit low on time right now. So I think I'll just do a review. Yeah. And you guys can leave early. Okay. So, yeah. So these end games are like what allows us to go from winning to win. And that's important because after you like get a winning advantage with your position um, through tactics or like your opponent sacrifices, et cetera, you need to know how to make this winning position into a win. And the most basic form is queen on king, rook on king, like basically versus zero positions where your opponent has no more pieces on the board. You'll see that this happens sometimes, and you need to learn how to win these positions. Today, we learned three types of mates. I'll go from easy to hardest. Number one was the rook ladder. Rook ladder, very simple. You check, make sure this rook, you just always use the other rook, the rook that you didn't just use to check. Use the lower rook to check. Slowly but surely, forces king to the edge of the board. If he gets too close, run away. And then you can deliver checkmate. This works on any orientation of the board. You could start off like this. You just, same rules. He gets too close, you run away. And then just make sure to keep checking, right? Like this. And then you just keep controlling like a ladder. Okay? Okay, next. Next we learned about queen. Queen, the rule is say the knights move away from the king. And what this does is it controls a lot of squares, but also the king can't come near it to attack it. So the king will never be able to like approach the queen in a position where it's attackable. And now you just kind of like mirror the king's moves. And then eventually you force him onto the back rank. You walk him into the corner. And then when he gets to the corner, you make sure that you don't follow him to this last move, because that would be stalemate, right? You don't follow him. And then you march your king up, and then you deliver checkmate. That's queen. And finally, when we learned about rook, rook is a bit more complicated, but to win, we follow two rules. One, king always defends the rook, unless you get into like the last position I was talking about. Secondly, if you're sorry, I guess there's three rules then. If you second rule is always shrink the box that your rook controls around black's king. So you go like this, you keep shrinking the box. You shrink the box. Every time I make a move, I want to shrink the box. And final rule is if I cannot shrink the box this move my king. Just push it up either this way or this way. And as I approach, I'll keep being able to shrink the box. Here, I can't shrink the box, so I move my king. So then, like, as I go, I keep shrinking the box. And then I shrink the box some more. And then as we get to this position, if it was black to move, I deliver checkmate. If it was white to move, and you just need to remember the waiting move, you go down, or like you wait the move, control this square, and then you can deliver checkmate the next move. Any of these squares work. So yeah, you can use all of them. Okay. Yeah. So that's it for today's class. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for coming earlier than usual. Yeah, I understand it's pretty early for you guys. It's 7:30. Yeah, I would not be able to wake up. Yeah. Okay.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Thank you.
No problem. With that being said, everyone have a great day, all right? Yeah, I'll see you guys next week.
Bye.